Hello students, I hope you are well. In our previous lecture, we talk about the sentence about securing intellectual property and various points we discussed. That why we require to secure property. Now see, we require to secure because we don't like anybody else take the advantage of our creativity. So for that purpose on internet there are several tools available. Like for example, if you write any book or prepare software or create music or create videos, okay, you require to go for what? Copyright, trademark of these web pages. So in that context, our today's lecture is about securing intellectual property. Here we have a three topic, and all three topics are directly or indirectly related with securing your property, your creativity. In my previous video I asked and many students give the answer that yes, you require to go for copyright registration. Students, under your suggestion and advice, majority of you write the answer in comments. I am happy and I am thankful to all of you that you all are supporting me, and under your majority opinion I will apply for YouTube copyright content ID, and that process I will share with you so that you will come to know that the credit goes to you, that under your suggestions I would like to apply for copyright claim of my videos. Now first we learn about copyright. Now copyright means what? Copyright means you try to protect your content. Content means your video, music, or say books, software, web page, anything. So copyright provides the author with a tool to protect his or her original work from being used or taken by others without permission. So here we'll get protection. Can be asked in MCQ. It's a tool to protect, but protect what? Either it protect original work, clear, from being used, that can be option A, or option B, taken by others without permission. Somebody use your content without your permission. Now it is applicable to book, software, programs, articles. Copyright law protect intellectual property in a various format and cannot be used freely. Means if you want to use copyright content, okay, you cannot use it free of cost. You have to pay. Clear? See, it's not like that you cannot use at all. If my videos are copyright protected, that means with my permission you can use according to the way how you wish based on the contract. And that contract is monitored, okay, by me, and it is professional. So it can be in terms of payment also. Like for example, somebody wants to use my videos, then in that context, in that situation, it may possible that I'll charge for some amount to use my video. Okay, so you can earn by that way. And in YouTube also, if you observe somebody else using your video, you can go for copyright strike. And if a particular channel get 3 copyright strike, that means that channel will stop functioning. YouTube will remove that channel or that video. Okay. Now after discussing these 3 lines in copyright, we'll go furthermore in copyright topic. Now another sentence in a copyright topic is, it is very difficult to protect intellectual property in commerce or m-commerce because people misuse the content. They change the details, and a little bit change in or modification is difficult to trace. For example, if you buy books or software, you have to right to use it and not right to distribute it. See, if I purchase tele accounting software, I have a right to use tele accounting software. I don't have a right to create multiple copy in multiple pen drive and sell it without tele company's permission. So whenever you purchase software, you get a right to use the software. You don't have a right to distribute that software. The distribution rights are with the copyright holder. With tele company, they have a right to distribute. You don't have a right. Now you say that I to pay money, then software is mine. I am the owner, I can do whatever I want, but that is not applicable over here. Because distribution rights are available with copyright holder, that is company itself. Also, most of the web pages are protected by copyright, and in that case, copying content from the website also violate copyright law. So here what happened, that web pages are also protected by copyright. Like for example, if I create the same page like YouTube, then they may apply for copyright, but the condition is they must register somewhere. So in that case, copying the content from website, if I directly copy someone else's content to my website, okay, then it's a punishable offense, because that content, that website is registered, and without their permission you cannot use the same thing. Clear? So in that context, it is a big issue. All right. Now here one question arises, that if you cannot copy the information of the website, then what about news channel? Because common news available on every channel, then why they not face copyright issue? That you have to give the answer in comment section. I repeat my question sequentially. The sentence is that most of the websites are protected by copyright, and in that case, copying content from website also violate copyright law. So in one news channel, say for example, the news is there that for example, a particular person met with an accident, that is the news, but that news available in all the websites. So why they are not facing the issue of copyright? That is my question, challenging question for those who are watching the video. You can write the answer in comment box. This is the most challenging question I asked till now in last 7 to 8 videos. So it's a challenge from my side, and I'll wait for your answer. The next point is trademark. Now trademark is used as a symbol called TM. This TM. Okay, and you are able to see this TM in a very small, or SM and R in a very small way. Okay, on the logo of various product or company. Okay, so it's indication that you have ownership of that particular item. Now this trademark available on which item? See, it is specific logo, mark, word, symbol, design, phrase or image which is used by an individual or a company to distinguish a product or service from others in the market. So you want your product to be separate from someone, then you have to put something, indication, which separate your product from other products. So that trademark can be applied on trademark can be available on logo, like Pepsi company or Coca-Cola company, they have a logo. Okay, there is trademark. Nobody else can use that kind of symbol. Okay, or mark, or word. Word means what? Some of the company have their tagline, like Nokia has connecting people. There is tagline, that also can be trademark. So nobody else can use that word to differentiate the product. I repeat, to differentiate the product. Then some design also. Then some phrase, some collection of sentences or some image. All this you can able to go for a record as a trademark or registered as trademark. Then the next part available of the sentence is to distinguish a product or service from that others on the market. We use this. A trademark may be designed or designated. It may be designated by the following symbol. How can you understand whether a particular item is trademark or not? You can able to see the very small TM mentioned over here. Okay, or you can see R, register, or you can see SM, service mark. Now I insist those you have a textbook, just write here SM means service mark. Okay, please write. It can be asked in exam. In spite of it is not given yet, I believe you. Please write down. TM trademark, SM means service mark, and R means register. In your textbook only, on page number 107. On page number 107. Okay, there is a paragraph in which somewhere mentioned here. See, register. Clear? So by that way, these items are available as a trademark. Okay. Now the next we have to discuss here is domain name dispute. Now domain name means website name and dispute means problem. Okay. Now see, domain name dispute is used. Previously, it created a big issue. For example, if I got some intuition or some information that there's a famous company whose name is XYZ, whose net worth is, say, for example, $1,000 million. That famous company XYZ will start the school in future. So what I will do? Anybody can register website name at the rate of 2,400 rupees per year. So what I will do? I will, before they start the school, this XYZ company, before they start the school, I will register website name. Name of the company is XYZ. So I will register one website name, that is xyzschool.com. Clear? Okay. And the law of internet says that anyone can able to register the website name. So the website name is with me, and in that case, in that situation, when XYZ really start the school, and if they apply for xyzschool.com, it's not available because it is with me. Well, this create dispute. Then that XYZ school authority says that please give that website name to us, then I will offer for a huge amount. So in that case, it create dispute, it create problem. Let's understand this by example. If you remember, we have a 2020 World Cup, Cricket World Cup. Okay. So we are focusing about Cricket World Cup. Now this Cricket World Cup start the match 2020. Okay. Clear? Now when this news start, there are so many people who registered website name, that is 2020.com. Okay, then 2020.com. Okay, then digit and word. Okay, like this. All these names are registered. These all are not related with official. These all are not related with official committee of cricket 2020. But they create these website name and they get the website name and they invest their money in website name with an intention that when the cricket committee of 2020 want website name, then these names are not available. Always website names are unique. If somebody else go for 2020.com, you cannot keep for your purpose. You cannot keep. So under that context, the person who registered all these website name was thinking that these people will contact him and ask that please sell these website name to the original people who organized 2020 World Cup. Now this particular calculation become false because Cricket World Cup 2020 people apply for this website name. This is the original official website name, T20.com. Because all other website names are registered, so you can't keep them. Either you have to pay money to them or you have to do something else. So they prefer this way and they go for T20.com. Today, even practically you can check this website is working as official website of Cricket World Cup. So this is called domain name dispute. Okay. Now, how this dispute solved? Now the problem is different. Now this particular situation which I narrate to you is not possible only. Why? Let's start the topic. Now domain name dispute, the competition over the domain name. Domain name means website name is another legal issue. Earlier the domain name were given on first come first serve basis. See, first come first serve means what? If I am the first to register all these domain name, I will get it. So earlier it was what? On first come first serve basis. Thus people would register domain name that were not in use but would be in future importance. And later on such domain name were sold to concerned company at very high price. For example, if Cricket World Cup committee will tell them please give us 2020.com, then the person who registered this website name asks for 1 crore, 2 crore, 10 crore, depend on the budget, and they required to pay because it is registered. So earlier they were sold at very high price. Now this is known as cyber squatting. The most important word of this topic, please underline, can be asked in MCQ, that somebody else registered the website name and in future company want, at that time they go for very high price. That activity is known as cyber squatting. Another problem is name changing, where someone registered purposely misspell variation of well-known domain name. Now this is second topic, okay, over here inside. Like for example, what happened? Somebody registered purposely misspell variation, okay, and this mislead the consumer, who generally make typographical error while entering URL, name of the website. For example, you all are aware that original name of Google Gmail is what? www.gmail.com. We all aware about this. Now what happens? Somebody will register the name that www. I hope you check the spelling carefully. Gmale, gmail.com. This is the original. This is create intentionally with wrong spelling. And when you open this website, the layout is absolutely same like this. The layout is absolutely same like this. So by mistake, if somebody type wrong spelling, then they go to the website and they believe that they are dealing with this website is official, but actually this website is fake only. And those who have a problem like typing error, they will be the victim of this kind of situation. They type Gmail with a wrong spelling and they believe that they are dealing with the actual website, but it is fake website. So that also called domain name dispute. So I repeat again, another problem is name changing, where someone registered purposely, see it is intentionally, misspell variation, Gmale, of well-known domain name gmil.com, and this mislead to consumer, who generally make typographical error, those who go for typing error with entering the wrong URL, the wrong spelling. Okay, so these are the three things available. Now next topic is protecting intellectual property. Okay, how you can protect your property, because copyright and all this we learn. Now practically what you can do, that we have to learn in our next session, and that is we learn about steganography, we talk about digital watermarking, and we also talk about the other parameters available under the context of protecting intellectual property. With completing this, one journey of this lesson is over, and then we have to go with the payment in e-commerce and commerce, the most important topic of this chapter, where in all the board exam, previous years, every paper, MCQs are available from this topic, so that we have to go for. Okay, and this particular topic video will be very lengthy because it cannot be go in break. Okay, so because we will learn with how to go for a credit card and all those things, okay, how it works. All right, so today we will keep up to this. You can able to ask your doubts to me either in comment or in WhatsApp or in group, or give a phone call, no problem. I'm waiting for your suggestions and comments. We will try out to improve it better and better. Another important announcement, I am right now under a particular process, that whether is it safe to conduct online lecture, because few parents told me that sir, if you keep live lecture, it's difficult because we have a common phone, and few says that if you keep online lecture, then they will face one big drawback, that they will not able to revise your video again and again. So some parents request me that if you keep the same technique YouTube, then in that context, they can able to see your video again and again, or they can see your video whenever it is convenient for all of us in the family. Now I am right now working on a particular pattern where I can take live lecture also, and whatever live lecture available, that live lecture I can upload on YouTube also. So both the requirement can be satisfied, but I am working on that. It requires some time. We all aware that we all are facing this situation, okay, in a very weird way. Frankly speaking, I am not getting the joy what I receive when I teach you personally, and I also believe that you also face the same situation. So my request is just keep patience. We will do something better, and we definitely pray that the things will all right, and again we will start our journey. Okay, in terms of this face-to-face teaching under government's instruction. So till then, please keep praying that we will meet soon, and we will start face-to-face. Till that time, give me some time, some space to rethink, and allow me to create an environment where you can able to grow in a maximum way. Okay, so we end our session over here. Please take care of yourself. Bye.